This video was made especially for you anime lovers who want to know the leaks for the next episode. If you don't want to know the leaks, please close this video channel. Okay, let's just jump right into the discussion of Tokyo Revengers episode 15. Started by a daydreaming Takemichi. He pensively remembers Mikey's words that he will kill him if he doesn't succeed in bringing Baji back from Valhalla. Takemichi was stressed. He was confused what he should do to bring Baji back. Then came Akin, Yamagishi, Makoto and Takuya. They had heard about Takemichi, who had officially become a member of Tumen. But here when Takemichi saw the account, he remembered what had happened in the future, where the account kills Hina. Akin himself was confused. Takemichi put on a face like that after seeing it. Finally Takemichi said, "It's true, he has officially become a member of Tomen." Akin asked, "How can you become a member of Tumen?" Takemichi instead turned his face because he didn't dare to see Akun's face. Akin taunts Takemichi by saying the crybaby Takemichi now has become a member of Tumen. Whereas Yamagishi said he also wanted to be a member of Tumen. Takemichi said it wasn't a good thing. Then he told about his deal with Mikey. Akin is a little shocked to hear the deal, where Mikey will kill Takemichi if the mission fails to bring the wedge back from Valhalla. Takemichi adds that the deal has a time limit, which is before Tumen clashes with Valhalla. But Takemichi doesn't even know when that clash will happen. He also doesn't know about Tumen. What kind of group this is. He also doesn't know what Valhalla is either. Finally Yamagishi explained everything to Takemichi. Explain about Tumen and Tumen ranks. The chairman is Mikey and the vice chairman is a Draken. Under them there are 5 divisions. Each division consists of 20 people. Tokyo Manji is a motorcycle gang with more than 100 members. It turned out that Takemichi didn't know about it at all. Yamagishi continued. Pa Sin, the former 3rd division, was detained and his deputy was transferred to the 2nd division, who is under Mitsuha and is in the same division with Takemichi. And then the person who replaced Pa Sin as the head of the 3rd division was Kazaki Tada. He was a former member of Mobius. Originally Mobius was not a single group. After that Mikey beat Osanai and it marked the end of Mobius. Then Mobius in 90s led by Kazaki joined Tumen, and that means Tumen has grown from 100 members to 150 members. Among all Tumen divisions, the 3rd division of Kazaki is the largest division compared to the other divisions. While the remnants of Mobius in 88 and 90 were collected by Hanma. Hanma gathered former members of Mobius and the No Tumen group and formed Valhalla. Valhalla itself now has around 300 members. Takemichi thought Hanma was the head of Valhalla, but he wasn't. Only a deputy, and no one knows who the chairman himself is. They were dubbed the Headless Angels, and now Baji was in the group. By listening to all of Yamagishi's explanations, the only way to bring Baji back. By speaking directly to him. After that there was someone at his school who was looking for Takemichi. Then the person who was looking for Takemichi entered the Takemichi class. Makoto doesn't know the person because he's never seen him. But Yamagishi knows who that person is only from the tattoo on the man's neck, which is in the shape of a tiger. Yamagishi tells Takemichi that the person talked about before is in front of them now. He is number 3 Valhalla Hanamiya Kazutora. Hanamiya Kazutora immediately hugged Takemichi, because he didn't expect a Tumen member to be in the same school as him, who was 1 year below him. Then Takemichi was invited by Hanamiya Kazutora to visit Valhalla's headquarters. Kazutora came with 2 of his trusted juniors whose legs were broken. Strangely enough, it was Kazutora himself who broke his junior's leg. Takemichi realizes that Kazutora is a very dangerous person, plus he will enter Valhalla's lair. Takemichi is really cornered here. Kazutora says he will bring Takemichi to meet all the Vala members. He thinks maybe it's his chance to bring Baji back. Takemichi thinks, if he follows Kazutora he will get in big trouble. Because they are going to Valhalla's hideout, but maybe it was also his chance to meet Baji. But he was a little scared. Only after seeing the despicable figure walking did he remember the time of despicable death in the future. Takemichi vows to do everything to protect Hina. And after remembering the incident, Takemichi without hesitation went to Valhalla's hideout. If Takemichi managed to bring Wedge back to Tumen, Mikey promised to get Kazaki out of Tumen, and if that happened, the future would change. The 2 of them walked towards Valhalla's hideout or headquarters. Takemichi told Kazutora, If there was someone as famous as Kazutora in school, then there would definitely be a commotion. But that didn't happen. When he answered that because he only entered the first semester of the first year. After that he transferred to a reform school or detention school. Kazutora was arrested by the police and transferred to the detention school. According to all, it's because of him? It is not known who he is referring to. Then they arrived at Valhalla's hideout, which turned out to be in an unused game center. When entered, Valhalla members were there. Takemichi felt a very different atmosphere from in Tumen. There Takemichi saw Baji beating someone very brutally. Takemichi asked Kazutora, "What is we're doing?" Takemichi is shocked. He says it's a loyalty test. Testing Baji's belief. If Baji wants to move from Tumen to Valhalla, he must be willing to do anything. And the person being wedged was the vice-captain of the First Division or a trusted friend. Takemichi was surprised, because it turned out that the person was the deputy captain of the First Division. According to Valhalla, Tumen is his enemy, so if the Baji who betrayed his god in Tumen is Mikey. TEP on the image of the Wedge Trust. Though Baji who invited him to come to the headquarters of the reward, and he was the one who beat him to death. After that Baji asked Hanma's approval to join Valhalla. Then Hanma asked Kazutora, "Has everything been prepared?" Kazutora replied he has prepared, and he's the one. Namely Tumen's new member Takemichi. Takemichi immediately panicked. He thought it was an image that would be trampled on by a wedge. Hanma approached Takemichi and told him to go ahead. Takemichi felt stupid because casually, he wanted to enter the tiger's den. Baji was surprised that the Takemichi came to the enemy base only to be slaughtered. Takemichi's real goal is to bring Baji, but instead comes to be killed by Baji. After that Hanma shouts and says witness testimony test will start soon.